Let's talk about what immigration doesn't tell you, but you should know before you lodge a partner visa. So if you are looking to lodge your partner visa, the first thing you've probably done is go onto the Department of Home Affairs website. That's immigration's checklist, where they basically talk to you about a partner visa, what eligibility criteria is, and there is also a document checklist. But what immigration doesn't tell you is often what is the most important when it comes to a partner visa. The first thing that immigration doesn't tell you is that their checklist on their website is the bare minimum. That checklist can often leave couples feeling even more confused than before they started this whole process. That checklist immigration provides on their website is a summary of the 4 pillars of relationship. They give you some examples of documents to provide, but oftentimes couples can be left even more confused. And there is a reason for that, which brings me to number 2. Partner visas are extremely subjective. So although there is criteria you need to meet when you lodge a partner visa, the type of evidence is going to vary significantly between couples. So as you've probably heard before, you're assessed against what's called the 4 pillars of relationship. That's your financials, your household, the social, and commitment. The reason why there's not one checklist that fits every couple is because that simply can't exist, because every couple's relationship is very different. We can't just have one document checklist that you need for your finances or one checklist that you just need for your household, because the way that couples operate their lives look different. Things that immigration doesn't tell you, number 3, that genuine and continuing is all about your evidence, it's not a feeling. So of course, when you're putting together your partner visa and you're going through the criteria, there is a criteria that your relationship is genuine and continuing. And you as the applicant or the sponsor obviously know that, but immigration doesn't. So don't just think that immigration knows that your relationship is genuine and that they can see it from your relationship statements. They assess whether a relationship is genuine and continuing through the evidence you actually provide. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of relationship statements which are 20 pages long, because they can start to waffle on about information that might not be relevant. What immigration actually wants to see is, what does your evidence say? Do you share finances as a couple? Are you living together? Do your friends and family know? So don't get caught up just in your relationship statements. Things that immigration doesn't tell you, number 4. Case officers don't fill in the gaps of evidence. So what I mean by this is that if there is a period where, let's say, you and your partner have been temporarily separated, let's say the applicant goes offshore, they go back home for a holiday, and there's no evidence to provide during that time, don't just assume immigration knows that because they were away, that the relationship was still continuing despite those few months of being apart. So you have to fill in those gaps. If there are gaps in terms of your finances, let's say, if there's gaps in terms of living together, or if someone has gone somewhere without their partner, the onus is on you and your partner to fill in those gaps, to explain exactly what's happened. Don't assume the case officer's going to know. Things that immigration doesn't tell you but are really important, number 5, that inconsistencies are way more important than you think. So again, when it comes to gaps, that includes inconsistencies. Let's say you're completing application forms and you're missing certain questions, or you're not providing full information. That inconsistency can over time lead to credibility issues, which is going to impact your partner visa. So make sure that everything you're providing, from the evidence to the information and the forms and your statements, are all quite consistent and complete. Things that immigration doesn't tell you but you should know, number 6, is that your Form 888s aren't all about praise. So when it comes to your Form 888s, it's a real fun part of the application, because that's when you get to ask your friends and your family to complete these witness statements for you. But immigration doesn't want to hear about how great you are and how great your partner is. That's a mistake that I see happen quite often when someone is filling out a Form 888. It talks about how the applicant is going to make a really great asset to the Australian community. And although that's fine, it doesn't actually speak to your relationship. What immigration wants to see in these Form 888s are, why do you think, why does the witness think that you and the applicant or the sponsor are in a genuine and continuing relationship? Think about whether their statement is actually adding any value to the application, rather than just talking about the applicant being a good and a kind person who works really hard. So although immigration's website does kind of have a bit of a blueprint when it comes to what to do with your partner visa, there is still so much that is left to be unsaid. And that's why I think there are so many different opportunities for people to learn about partner visas, whether it's through Reddit threads or Facebook groups or different blogs, even Discord chats. There is so much out there that people don't have answers to. If you're looking at starting your partner visa and need some help, feel free to book a free introductory call with me where I can tell you all about the Partner Visa Academy. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button and head on over to thepartnervisaacademy.com.au to learn more. Please note that this blog is intended for general information only and does not constitute immigration advice.